It is a misty night in Portland, foggy and cold. The animals flutter and shiver off the dew and mist. The lighthouse beams across the water and casts rotational rays of light on a large abandoned ship, creaking with empty rooms and rusty railings. Across the deck, hay and piles of grass are ample to feed the sailing animals. The giant cargo ship has the Impregnator painted across it, and it is tussling with gentle yet insistent waves. On deck is the recently birthed baby Jesus, glowing in amber glory. Cradling him is the Virgin Mary, cloaked in a blue midnight cloak, which camouflages into the endless indigos of the scene. Standing behind her is Joseph, wiping beads of sweat from his forehead, keeping a watchful eye on the boat. The angel of guidance warns the water not to take advantage of the passive family of three and reins in the cold breeze.
Unearthing from the fog, a rowing boat appears, cutting through the waves. It's bright yellow in colour. Three men's faces appear. They are panting and out of breath because they have never rowed before and are city boys.
Oi! Will you help us get on it? God, need a fucking ride?
He calls out to the minion ship and sees Joseph craning across the railing. Wise people 2 and 3 wave desperately in unison.
Kind shepherd, lay down your hair for us to climb.
Joseph is a bit alarmed and no mistake, and annoyed, but since the men are alone and in a rickety boat, he calls out.
Oh, aye. Pull a bit closer to the right edge and we'll hoist you up.
Wise people 2 and 3 huff and puff as they angle the boats, and wise person 1 takes that whip, suddenly cracks it on the weaker wise man and yells.
Come on, get on with it!
Joseph is quite uncertain, and he wants these 3 men on his boat who are starting to remind him a bit too much of those 3 hyenas from The Lion King, Shenzi, Banzai, and Id. As the rowing boats grapes the holy boat, baby Jesus arises. Baby Jesus narrows his eyes as he is quite perturbed that his blissful sleep has been shortened.
What in the name of 7 hell is that noise? Who is so present to awake the Lord?
It's your father. He's helping the heathens who have travelled from far away.
Father! Don't let the devil spawn arrive onto the boat!
Joseph turns around and mutters under his breath while releasing a rope down to the hyenas' 3 wise people.
All right, Wayne. The heathens have brought us gold. All the way from Persia. Give them a chance.
Baby Jesus smiles to himself and says,
Ah, the prophecy was true. The hyena minions from Persia have indeed arrived bearing troops of gold.
He curls up his fingers and schemes. Meanwhile below, wise person 1 whips his companions and steps on their shoulders to hoist himself up onto Joseph's boats, holding onto the rope. As he climbs up, baby Jesus and Virgin Mary's head rotate in unison. Dark green lights beam from their eyes as they scrutinize the arriving men. Wise people 2 and 3 cry and rock the boat as the laser green light burns their skin.
Kind shepherd, please tell the wife and child to have mercy. The light which beams onto us is so very painful.
Joseph shrugs, looks into the wise person's eyes as he edges closer.
The Ma and Wayne have a unique bond which stemming from control and torture. There's little I can do to pacify them.
The wise person is struck between saving his life and his slave comrades, or climbing to the top to save his own. He yells through the fog.
Oi, you up there! Can you not, save them? Fuck the other two. I mean,
Right.
sorry. I will be your servant. I'll be your slave, basically. Fuck
Wise
them.
people 2 and 3 scream in panic, begin to dig their raft into the sea again and row away. Baby Jesus and Virgin Mary together scream.
Not
so fast.
Not so fast, perverse.
Virgin hyena minions.
Through their laser green light powers they levitate the boat up in the air, past the chimneys of the ship and above the cattle, past wise person 1 who's hurriedly climbing onto the railings.
Push him.
Joseph turns to the wise man as he is just about to adjust his foot onto the ship railing to heave himself over.
Your death will be long and painful.
Nearly there.
Baby Jesus is working on levitating the boat. Oh dear God, she's fallen. Oh, there we go, she's dead now. Baby Jesus is working on levitating the boat just above the ship's deck so that the golden fruits can be tossed on board with little damage. The remaining 2 wise people are still hanging on for dear life.
Please, we come in peace and are not in the sinful breed. We are heterosexual. We are in the Aryan race. We share upon the old goods and the new.
Silence!
His voice booms across the rainy and echoing seascape.
We shall take the gold and leave the seal to deal with you.
In a final attempt, baby Jesus tosses the sacks of gleaming gold onto the deck from the rowing boat, which is floating about 4 meters above the Virgin's head. The boat is immediately cascaded off deck into the ocean as the 2 wise people scream.
Fuck you.
Virgin Mary and Mary Jesus have stopped streaming their laser powers by now, and Joseph is walking towards the sacks of gold as he gingerly uncovers one bag. He gasps.
We have been fooled. It is not of the solid type of gold.
What is it, Sam? You prick, pick it up.
Joseph lifts one of the gleaming gold objects up to reveal a corn kernel.
When the world is mine, your death will be my priority, you Persian hyenas.
Thunder strikes, the rain continues to pour, and the ship blows one last horn as it trudges through the stormy sea, towards the shores of Portland, as the family rummages through the sacks of corn, tossing it to the cattle on deck.